Welcome back, traders and investors. We're changing things up a little bit on you. We're going to have Fari now on our show on Wednesdays instead of
Correct.
Thursdays. Fari, what do you got going on Thursdays?
Well, as if you don't know, well, Stocks and Jocks, that's this radio program that's gone on for I don't know, 15 years. Chicago with John Nigerian
Yep,
and Tommy Howe, which you're also one of the regular contributors.
correct.
Uh, they expanded their network to a bunch of southern states, and it's internet radio, obviously. And I've been doing because I'm nearby. It's about 4 or 5 blocks away from me. I've been doing going to the studio there, doing it there with them. And as we got into more exogenous issues, the overseas problems, whether it was Gaza, whether it was Ukraine or ISO, more questions came in, and the other the key moderator, Tommy Howe, he asked questions, and I guess inevitably they said, "Who is this guy? Ask him to come back more." And now they expanded my hours, so it would be very difficult for me to do Thursday over there physically and get back here to be with you guys at 7:35.
All right.
It's impossible. Yeah.
Well,
So I talked to Brianna, and she was very helpful to shift things around. And also, I had a Wednesday interview with Charles Butler, which is syndicated radio program over all the nation through Jennifer's communication. He had to move it to Tuesday. And now the fourth program coming up is BBC. We don't know how we're going to fit that one, but
You're busy.
Yeah,
Paul.
you're-
trader. I'm not a radio guy. I'm a trader.
You're becoming more of a radio guy though now. It seems like.
Now, well, we're glad we have you
Standing.
here. We gotta start out with that action in Apple yesterday. I just, now the aftermath of the announcement. What a huge soft. Were you active in it? Did you wait till
We
afterwards?
wore. As a matter of fact, this is what happened. I had some. I have a coughing problem that comes and goes. It acted up in the morning. So we had been already in Apple. So as I left to get it, have somebody take a look at it just in case. It was like 11 o'clock. We still have some time. I told one of my strategists, actually you had on your program, Ethan, is my XO. I said, Ethan, watch that trade. If something goes up, where we have long spreads, we were 99.104 spread. I said for September's, I think not this week, next week, the regular September expiration. And I said, look, watch that. If I get into anything long, duration here, because my cough was not helpful. I said, look, watch that trade. I don't want to miss it. Anyhow, he sent the trade out. He sent the exit strategy out at, I'm going to try to hit this thing. We're at 12:56 Chicago time and said, target 102, 103.30 to get out.
Wow.
So we got out, We got, as it ramped up, if you go to 5-minute trade of Apple, you'll see the peak was 103. So and that was at that time, that was hit around 5 minutes after 1. So in about 10 minutes before, we issued the exit order to get out. And we did very well, so no complaints. But what happened after that is heartbreaking. Holy mackerel. Now, I saw somewhere in Twitter this morning, that I'm trying to catch up. I got up early to try and catch up. Well, this is the normal for Apple. Usually the day of the announcement, usually they sell. They rally up into it. That's what we got in last week, and they sell afterward. So it's acting so for normally, if you call it normal,
And what about now? I mean, showing some weakness today. Do you think it can get back over that $100 level? I mean, all the brouhaha is over with. Is it time that this thing is going to take a little breather? That products are not going to be available in 2015, so that could be one reason for the sell-off.
Well, the watch wouldn't be. First of all, the watch wouldn't be. I think you can order the i6, iPhone 6 next week, I think, or back order. I mean, you can pre-order this week, this Friday. You can pick it up next week. That's going to be the biggest sale they're going to have. Actually, $350 is a big-ticket watch. for any internet, what do you call it, a phone watch, if you will, a smart watch, if you will. If you look at that space, I have a Sony myself. I use it sometimes a little bit too much. Gives you too much information. And that was about $200, and most of them were around $90, 95. But Apple being Apple, I think you're called. Remember, Apple is a toy company. It's just a sophisticated toys. Retail sophisticated toys, and it's a cult. You pay, and it's also a status symbol. It's like Rodeo Drive. Oh, I have an Apple, that kind of stuff. So, I'll drive a Rolls Royce, same concept. That's a little bit priced higher. We'll see how that works out. I think the idea of going to health-related items was a very good idea to have at least one instant bridge there built that's useful to a common person out there. I was looking to see more in line with, excuse me, the ones that are smaller watch and they wrap around. I think, what's the company who's done that? I think Nike has done that probably, if I'm right. They have done some watches that they wrap around, they're fold, almost, they're like, they do the charity stuff. You have these color bands they give you when you join the charity or you run for marathon or something. Those types are very nice, very, very stylishly designed. I didn't see that. I was disappointed not seeing that as a watch. It just gave a regular watch out with a lot of electronics and Apple stuff in there. So we shall see. Now, the other issue is, typically, they ease off, they rotate, and they start wrapping up into their earnings season report, which is, I think, 14th, 17th, or 20th of October, somewhere there. I think before 22nd or 20th of October is there. I don't know the exact date. It's too far out for me, but that's the time I think we could see a pop. Aside from that, I think right now you're going to be dealing with noise. And you know what? I'm not good at predicting noise. We look for a signal. I don't think there's a signal here. Signal was yesterday. Signal is going to be on EPS day.
So you're staying away from Apple then, Fari.
Fari, are you doing okay there? Do you have a cold or what's going on? You sound.
I don't have a cold, but I have a cough.
Okay.
I don't have a cold. That's anything. I don't have a cold, but I have a cough, and it seems sometimes more active, sometimes less. It all depends. Some of this could be stress. We're in a stressful business.
Okay.
And we've been ramping up. We're doing a lot of new things. My hours has been limited. As you know, you did a great interview. Thank you with Ashop, and that's been just a blockbuster. Especially with teaming up with Citibank, doing some force through overseas, and it's just very, very exciting stuff.
So
we have a lot of hope and promise in that product.
Let's shift to the market here. 2,000 level. I know you had that as one of your targets quite a while ago. We flirted with it. We had all those closes, 1997, 1998. Actually, eight of 9 closes within a couple point area. The only outlier was the all-time high close at 2006. As Apple came off yesterday, it really brought down the market as well. Just been holding to support at the 1990 level. It is taken out. Are you just looking for us just to regain momentum here off yesterday's low and for another leg higher? Or do you think...
but not so fast.
Not so fast? Okay,
again,
tell us about it.
I'll tell you what. I talked about that on Hunter Killer stuff, our market timing charts, Twitter feed. We have it. It's not my indicator. It's one that's been out there for years, and I think a number of people, actually the MTA use it, Market Technician Association. Buddy of mine, Jason Gookford, actually another great guy you guys should interview. He got the Charles Dow Award. He did a study on that in February because we had a big drop on the first day of February. We had a huge drop on the Monday, first day of trading in February. Excuse me. That was the initial signal of a breadth thrust going below 49. It ran up to what's called 65. 40 and 65 are the levels. In 10 days. That happened I think that happened like 3 times in the history of the stock market. This was unusual what he had done. It was massive. What that translates is that if you look at 3 months, 6 months forward, we rally up. and we're much, much higher. Look at the chart slowly, past, let's say March. And you see slowly where we went up. As we go up, we start building divergences. What that means, the other indicators are not confirming. The non-confirming divergences. Those new highs. So you should be on the guard saying, hey, we're going to have some problems here. It's not going to go away. Well, this repeated itself. We're going to do that in August. You go back again, you'll see the first thrust down was 5th of August, followed by the second push down on the 7th. And then it rose. Again, it went through from being 37 low all the way up to 65. Boom, we hit it. Now, slightly less intensive. Okay? Just a slightly less intensive than it was in February. So I'm thinking right now is, first of all, we have 2 days down. We should get the third day. So somewhere in here, either we will close down low, okay, today, again, red. We'll close, maybe the last half an hour is the bottom, or maybe tomorrow morning, first hour is the bottom. Okay? That's a 3-day rule. That should be in play. Yesterday was a good size. The day before was a reasonably good size. The area was red on the chart. So we should get the third one. If we do that, then we could get a bounce. If not, we got more to do. If you look at the current oscillators, we're only at negative 116 as of last night. So we have a little bit more selling to do. And then after that, you're going to have a period of meandering sideways action as we wait for news, events, catalysts, whatever you want to call it. And then we should be able to resume. Remember, not much has changed here. We still have a very accommodative Fed. Earnings and techs are reasonably good. Banks are doing reasonably good. And energy, as energy comes down, the energy prices have come down. Some energy stocks have been repriced. Look at our EOG trade. But, we had put spreads on. But the issue is, when the oil drops, it's bad for the economy. The key I would bring to your attention, sir, is to look at our Wyckoff chart. To look at the time, two part of that chart is crucial to us. One is the transportation index. The other one is Russell. They're both holding up pretty nicely. As a matter of fact, Russell last week, not Russell, I'm saying, transportation, DJ transportation. Last week, every day made new highs. New all-time highs. Boom, 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 boom. So that's a discounted look or view of the forward economy. So all things being equal, short of exogenous news, some crazy dude, somewhere overseas saying something crazy, I think we're fine. And these bears out there, I don't know what they're having for breakfast. I have no clue.
So you haven't taken your S&P 2000 hat and burned it then?
No. And as a matter of fact, as I said on Twitter, bottom line, I usually finish with one box. No chart. Just say bottom line after all the charts are posted on Saturdays. As a bottom line, we're rethinking our targets. That means upwards. Right now, charts tell me we should see 2050. But no more than that. No mas. Actually 2048. Not more than 2048.
Do you think by the end of the year, Fari?
Yeah. We should see 2048 before year end. No mas. No more than that. But that's the one I'm rethinking. I'll possibly be willing to push it up to 2100.
Okay, I want to take you into individual stocks here again. Twitter is getting an upgrade here this morning from UBS. They're raising their price target from 50 up to 65. We had a big sell-off in the stock yesterday. What is
their reasoning? Have they said any reasoning?
They're getting in the e-commerce. They came out with that buy button, so that was part of it.
Okay. All right.
So the stock is popping back. Well, the stock is popping back here today, but we kind of had a resistance up there for the last couple of days in the 52s. We've been sniffing around, and we got up over 52 in the pre-market. And we kind of been finding a little bit of pre-market resistance up there. We were looking at this as a possible pop to fade. Are you still bullish Twitter going forward, or are you looking at this as, was weak yesterday, we get an upgrade, maybe some short-term profit taking on the upgrade?
I'm not doing myself. But Ethan is. Ethan is in what we call a high beta strangle, and obviously his call side is, he's dancing. He's dancing down in Florida right now with that. Because you're right, we're trading at 51.91. My targets are showing about 58 at the top right now. 58. 58.40 to be exact. All things being equal, okay? That's his premise. And of course, he uses some of my charts, but with more extensive, footprint data he uses on the volume profile. So he's probably got a better hands on it. But I'll call it for now for 58.41. I don't think momentum is done yet. I mean, look, the weekly CI just went green. Okay, that stuff doesn't move that easily. And when it does, it's a trend. It's a big ship, okay? It's like a carrier. It's not a little boat. Once it sets a correction, it sits to it, it's going to go for a while. It just went positive, okay? Even though the stock has been rising since when? Since Joel and I made our first bet. Which is back in like June, July, or early June, actually, because it made 27, came up, hit the 0.6, dropped down a couple of weeks, and then boom. That's been going up 5 weeks in a row now. Actually, 6 weeks, except this week. Except the week we're in, it's gone up 6 weeks in a row. So this momentum is not going to easily subside. Now, but it is at 2 sigma on weekly. So it is somewhat stretched. That's why I'll go out there and say, I don't see more than 58.41 here.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay, Fari. Well, you better rest up, okay? I want you to take care of that cold so that when we have you back on next week, you're back in full Fari form. So thanks a lot for your insights on the market and Twitter there, and we'll speak to you again next week.
Always a pleasure to be with you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Fari.